There we go. Okay, so looking at this analysis, what do we have? Let's put some Roman numerals on it. C major, we end with a half cadence on the dominant. Well, how do we start?
1, 1.
1. And then
1.
1, 6.
And then 1. And then 1, 6.
Yeah.
And then
4.
yeah.
You got the F, A, D, right? No, F, A.
F.
No, that's
I had
not
a
right.
2. I had a 2 7th chord.
Yeah. Okay. So we got F, we've got D, we've got A, and we have C. So yeah, this is a 7th chord. Yep. It is built on 2, right? We do have an inversion, so it's 6/5. And the quality of it, we've got D, F, A natural, that's minor, right? And then D to C is minor. So we've got a minor, minor 7th. So that's the 2, 6, 5 is the complete analysis on that one. 2 is, well, especially 2, 6 is substituted often for 4.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Very, very, very frequently. So as you're listening to it or playing through it, oftentimes what we get is, this feeling of a subdominant leading to a dominant somewhere, but not necessarily in the major mode. And when you hear that, it's like, okay, that feels subdominant, or I should say predominant probably, because subdominant is used in some textbooks, but predominant implies that you're leading to a dominant. So predominant, but we are not in, a normal major. So 2 usually is where you go. 2 and 4 have 2 common tones as well. We've got scale degree 4 and scale degree 6 are common between the two of them. And that also kind of draws our ear to something that's predominant. Yeah. So yeah, we've got a 2, 6. And then where does it go?
To 5.
It goes to 5. And then
to 1.
1, 6,
it goes to 1. Yep. So it goes to 1. This is kind of curious here. So these are all 8ths, right? And they could just be all passing tones. If you wanted to do another something there, you might hear a 1, 6. Now, what I just mentioned was the passing tones, and that means that these notes, let me get a different color so it's easier to see them. These notes, right? The ones that are the 8th notes are passing between notes that are in the chord and then notes that are not in the chord. Now, it also depends on what you hear when you play it, okay? Because if you look at this we've got D, we've got F, and we're missing the A, but then we have the C. So I could see how somebody might actually analyze that chord as another 2. It's in root position, right? But maybe you heard a 2 there. I think the overarching feeling of these 2 beats, though, is tonic, right? If it's tonic here and then a 1, 6 here, so it's just really prolonging that harmony, you probably don't hear a 2, 7 there. And it's rare to see it in the first inversion anyway, right? Also, it's not really great writing to go 1 to 2. We don't do roots to roots and stepwise stuff very frequently, except for 4 to 5. And 4 to 5, we have to be very careful about parallels, because we could have parallel fifths very easily if we don't change anything between one chord and another, voicing wise. So yeah, not super common. It's also not common to go 2 to 1. 2 to 1 is not usually a thing we do. So anyway, so I think this is what we can label as passing tone. And the same thing here, you could maybe hear a prolonged 1 right at the end, but these are just going to be what we call passing tones. And that's it. Any questions?
No, I like this part. And it's interesting to think about it.
Right. And there's more to this chorale too. You know, I mean, we could keep
Mhm.
going and keep going with the different kinds of chords that pop up in it.